Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all drip ecosystem related projects. And in today's video, we're going to go over a clip from the AMA that was done with Sutter on the Drip Network channel. And it covers something that literally up until maybe yesterday, I felt the exact same way as Forex. And now I actually see it different because I just did a video about this. And before I give you context on Forex and play that clip, I want to tell you the video that I just did. And it was regarding finding out that 70% of my team or people on my team are what I'm calling tapped out, meaning they are not paying attention or they haven't added to their balance or they have less than 100 drip. I don't know how you want to categorize them, but we do know in all cycles of crypto, people come in during the hype cycle and they fizzle out during the bear market because it's not exciting anymore, and then they come back. So that's why people buy highs and sell lows, because they're buying when it's all hyped up and they just lose interest and they fizzle out, and then they get back in and they sell at the bottom somewhere. And that's how they lose money. So I'm seeing that all these people were sitting like 20 drip, less than 100 drip in their wallet. And it makes me think that, yeah, they tapped out. They've lost interest. It wasn't exciting anymore. So therefore they went on to do other things. So now I'm gonna play this clip and I'm gonna tell you why I think Forex is wrong now, even though before I used to 100% agree with this rationale.
Right. The thing that I want to stay away from is, and it's fine if people do these projects. I'm just saying that, like, you know, they're probably not going to get direct support from the drip site and all of that.
We know you don't like miners and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is projects that where it's like buy this token and 10% of the money that goes into this token buys back drip, and that's its only utility. The issue with that is, you know, that since that's its only utility, the only people that would be interested in it are people that are already drip people, that people that are directly from the drip community. And when you have a model that, let's say 10% of the money that goes into this goes back to buying drip, you would need, for this to be net positive for drip, you would need more than 10 times the money that goes into it to be from outside of the drip community. Otherwise, you're taking capital from drip and from the drip community, driving it into this other token, and then only taking 10% of that capital and putting it back into the drip community. You see what I'm saying? So in order for it to be a net positive for drip, you would need to have, if it's a value of 10%, you would need to have more than 10 times the people buying that token to be from outside of the drip community for that to have a net positive on drip. And the thing is that when you have a token where its only utility is that it buys back drip, really the only people that are going to be interested in that are people from the drip community. And we know from other projects that have done this that what happens is some percentage of the money going in there, typically a decent percentage, comes from people selling drip to go into this token because they see it as an opportunity to get in on a quick pump, and maybe they can do a quick 2x on it or something like that. And once capital has left a system, it's the probability of it coming back into that system is low. So
We're going to come back to that last part of the clip because that's telling. He said once capital has left the system, the probability of it coming back is low. But first I want to dive into the math he was mentioning. He's 100% right. Like, if it's only giving back 10%, then you need 10x more, because that's 100%, right, to be coming from outside to stave off that sell pressure. And that's exactly how I was approaching this before when I was on my channel about not really supporting other drip projects, because I gave you this casino analogy and I've used it in multiple different ways on here, talk about the casino and stuff and how this casino shapes up basically, and how it's a closed system. And I still believe that. Now, the caveat to that is that in a casino, if you've ever played in a casino and you've been sitting down at a table, for example, you're playing here at the blackjack table and you're on a hot streak, and all of a sudden they switch dealers, right? Some people will immediately get up and leave and go to another table. Same casino, same house edge, and the dealers are all changed the same. I lived in Las Vegas and went to the community college in Las Vegas there during the Air Force, and people are taught how to deal cards, how to use the machine. So they're all trained the same way. It's just like going to McDonald's. Everybody makes your hamburger the same way. So nothing has changed in the environment at all, but yet people will get up because their dealer that was giving them a hot hand has left, and they're gonna go follow them to another table, or they just quit and cash out. So the casino analogy still holds true in the sense that it's still money that's in the ecosystem that could be leaving if people take that capital out and go into this other shiny new object. So that's what he's saying. If the only utility for this other project is to use a token, and then a percentage of those tokens go back to burning or buying drip, then you need X percentage more. Now, again, I totally agreed with that until I saw these stats. And like I said, I just saw this. So here's how all this ties together and goes back to the casino analogy. So here are people that have basically gotten up and left the casino. They're no longer playing. Now, if, for example, they had been sitting at the casino and they're losing, but all of a sudden a new table popped up next to them and everybody's screaming and shouting about something going on over here, they would have got up and moved over there to see if they could play. And that's the difference. So before, I was looking at it as, yeah, you're just taking money from the same people in the casino. But since we in DeFi are the casino, getting any percentage of that back is better than it leaving out the front door. So I had to change my tune on that. So that's where I believe Forex is wrong. And we've seen that. So I think that's why Droplet got some heat. They stopped burning, but I didn't originally support them because, yeah, the majority of people that got into Droplet were drippers, right? So that was capital that could have been put into drip, but instead it was put into Droplet. And of course, like Forex said, some people sold drip to get into Droplet. But here's the thing. Proof is in the pudding. The numbers are showing you that people that have the capital are not putting it back into drip. Yes, it's money that could be put in a drip, but they don't want to. They're not. It's sitting in their wallet, or they're completely turned off and not entertained or whatever, and not utilizing drip or any of the ecosystem. They have completely left. They got up from the table and left the casino. Now, we could have captured some of that had we as a community created additional protocols to keep that money in-house. That's the difference now that I see. So the more of these projects we can pump out, the actual better, because what does that do? It's telling the gambling degen, hey, come try your luck over here. It's not working over there. Come try over here. Come try over there, because degens are only going to go for the shiny object. They're only going to go when the project is up and to the right. They only stay in crypto when it's the bull cycle. So you got to give them multiple bull cycles. You got to give them multiple hype cycles. I get it now. You have to understand the mindset and ideology and psychology of the degens and the energy in the space. Before, I was all 100% on what Forex is saying with this ideology and mindset. This is of that of a investor, and that's what he wants us all to become. Well, like I learned in fitness, I can't sell people the hard work, waking up, counting your macros, doing the exercise, drinking your water. They don't want that. Even though that's what is required, I cannot sell that. I have failed multiple times, and I used to beat my high horse, and I'm not going to be that trainer selling a 30-day program, 6-week program. And therefore I was the broke trainer living on my morals and values. I have to package it in a way that's advertising. I have to sell the dream. I have to sell the dream in a way that they're used to digesting it. That's why Quest Nutrition, shouts out to Tom Bilyeu, made $1 billion unicorn startup, because they sold protein bars that no longer tasted like particle board. They're like, hey, you want chocolate chips? We got chocolate chips. You want confetti cookie cake? We got that too. And that's how you have to package it. And now everybody does it that way. So yeah, I have to say that I no longer agree with this. I get it. but this is where the critical thinking and outside perspectives have to come in and like look at the narrative and the energy in the space. And again, I have to go back and swallow that humble pie, because that's why I didn't want to do anything with Droplet. And I said even the same thing about Guardians of the Reservoir. I was like, why would people just take the BNB that they could put in the reservoir on their own and give it to this project and only have a percentage of it going to the reservoir? Like, obviously all of it goes to the reservoir still, but they get all, instead of them getting the rewards, the reservoir, Guardians of the Reservoir was getting it, and then they're hoping to get a percentage out. Well, because it goes right back to this analogy. They want the shiny thing. They're not putting it in the reservoir on their own. They needed something to hype them up so they'd be excited, like these people sitting at the table, so they spend more money and go back into their pocket. So if we don't have these kinds of projects coming up from the community, then we have what I'm seeing right here, with 70% of the people leaving the casino in totality with their money in pocket. Like, they came in with $1,000 and they put down 200. And they're like, well, that didn't work, I'm out. But if you start ringing the bells at a table next to them going, hey, well, try your money over here, Degen, you never know. Maybe you can ROI faster over here. That's exactly what Forex mentioned. He's like, they're just jumping into new projects, hoping they can catch a quick flip, a 2X. That's the energy. You can't get mad at that. You have to leverage it. And the best way to leverage it is to keep that money in our ecosystem. Don't let them go over to another project completely independent where it leaves 100% out of the Bellagio and goes over to the Luxor, even though they might be owned by the same person. But you get my point. So I'm just shouting out these projects because, yeah, I didn't see it that way, and now I do. And that's why these projects can be successful and add support to the ecosystem. Now, they may not put a dent in the excessive sell pressure that's coming. Like this one's a new one coming from the CryptoCraft team, Dog Pound NFTs. And then you had the Hellhounds, and then you even have wait, Hellhounds isn't here. Can't find Hellhounds, but that's by the Guardians of the Reservoir team. But you also have this auto drip burner that I mentioned before. So yes, you could put your drip in and you could burn drip on your own, and you could also get into the pig pen on your own and take pig pen dividends. But the point is, people aren't. So they aren't because it's not attractive. So if you can gamify the existing platform and make it attractive, that's why everybody's so excited about Triple D. Drip by itself isn't attractive. They're like, this sucks, I'm losing money, I'm not gonna add to my bag, I've been sitting here with 100 drip for 10 months, I'm done. Triple D has given a little bit of hype. We haven't seen the pump yet as of this video because it's not out, but it's the exact same thing. You have to give them something that caters to the energy and ideologies that they represent. So I have to 100% course correct on what I was thinking, and it clicked when I heard him say that, and when I ran these numbers and saw that people on my own team have literally tapped out 70%. That is crazy. 70% of people have less than 100 drip. Like, you can get 100 drip. You can, since January, you could have bought 100 drip for just a couple bucks. Like, and I know people have a couple bucks. Like, drip got down to less than 25 cents. That was 4 drip for $1. So for what is that, 25 bucks, you could have bought 100 drip. $25. And I know they had it because they clearly bought in when drip was over $25. So they have opted to up and leave the casino. They have not gotten back in. Now, I think when we get Triple D pumping, they will get back in. But I am actually on the complete opposite of what Forex said here about these little projects. Now, granted, he won't support them, which I totally get and understand, because that's the investor mindset. But I'm saying we as the community need to support them if they're SAFU. We need to support them because, one, it caters to that DeFi itch that we want to scratch. And two, it's better than the money leaving the ecosystem in complete totality. So it's no different than going from one blackjack table to another blackjack table, or going from blackjack to roulette or blackjack to craps. You're still in the casino still wins. They don't get upset if you leave the table, and they don't get upset if you cash out your chips, because they're going to try to get you to spend the money in the buffet or buy shops and stuff like that. They've got an entire ecosystem built around this. And if we can leverage that model, then I think we all win. And I'm going to plug my NFT here because that's the exact same thing. So that's why now I get it. So even though this is trying to gamify what some would say a sinking ship for the animal farm, I believe the animal farm is going to come back, because this is where Forex has hitched his wagon. So I believe pigs will indeed go back up at some stage, and dogs value will go back up, and there's still the token buybacks. So, and the garden is doing out freaking standing. So shouts out to the Drip Marketing DAO. So that being said, this one's going to survive because Drip is going to pump it and it's already doing well on its own. And these two are tied directly to Forex's own personal interest in the games and stuff he's going to develop. So this, I feel, is going to be an amazing play to gamify the existing ecosystem and get people that were tapped out and about to leave out the casino go, hey, wait, we got something for you. Try this, play this game, you know, let's give it another shot. And since it's owned and run by the community, then I think it can have that much more positive sentiment because we're in charge of it. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts. I know there are some people that will take this as going against Forex or it's fun or whatever, because you guys are, you know, just not cognitively developed. I get it. But it's the mindset of an investor, which again, I was trying to be, but now I realize that the degens win. So the mindset of a degen is all about the hype cycles and getting into something that just looks exciting and jumping from the next exciting thing to the next exciting thing, or they leave and come back during the bull run. Well, we want to keep them here. And the only way to do that, in my opinion, of course, is to have more of these projects. So shouts out to Drip 21, which Forex was talking about in this article or in this clip. And that was by DeFi Crypto Boss. And literally that was something he wasn't even going to do. He reached out to me and said, I got this idea, but I don't know how to implement it. I don't know where to get devs. I don't know where anything. We talked on the phone. I was like, bro, just run with it, man. You know, do the research, figure out how to get it started. And he took it off and ran with it. And now it's something that Forex is looking into. So any of you guys out there that have an idea, do something with it, you know, actually execute on it and share it. That was why why DeFi Crypto Boss has been able to promote it now. He shared it. That whole, what I say, it's better to collaborate over compete and stop being afraid of someone stealing your idea. Because he put it out there, everybody now knows about it. But he could have instead just sat on it and kept it to himself and scared somebody would take the idea. But instead he put it out there in the ether, and now he's got a dev working on it, and he's got support from the community, and Stunner has shouted it out. That would have never happened if he had kept it to itself. So big ideas, people with big ideas need to share them, and you will find that people actually will support you. The amount of energy it takes to steal an idea and run with it is insane. So people with small minds believe that their idea is going to get stolen, but people with growth mindset know that it takes way more than just an idea to get something started. So shouts out to DeFi Crypto Boss for running with that. So if you guys are sitting out there with ideas, share them, and you'll find that the universe will align people with you to execute on that idea. But if you don't share it, that idea dies with you in the grave and nothing ever comes from it. So that's all I got. Hope that provided some value. If it did, smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And I forgot to come back to this piece that Forex mentioned, that once capital leaves the system, it very rarely comes back. We'll touch on that in another video. So until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.